If you're watching this, there's a pretty good chance that Booker has become really frustrating for you as a salon owner. Maybe it's the web platform and its clunky, rather dated interface. Maybe it's the fact that you can handle some things from the app, but for major day-to-day operations, you have to go again to that clunky desktop interface. I'm Shelby, and I get it. I have spent 15 years as a hairdresser, and I used Booker for a number of years. So I know that when your salon software is creating more problems than it's solving, the frustration mounts fast. I've also spent countless hours researching salon and spa software for my own salon. So today, I'm going to break down the 5 best Booker alternatives, ranked from most basic to most comprehensive, so that you can figure out which one actually makes the most sense for where your business is right now. We'll be looking at Square Appointments, Lightspeed, Zenoti, Mango Mint, and Boulevard. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start at the most stripped down end of the spectrum, which is going to be Square Appointments. If you're a solo stylist, an independent esthetician, or a barber who just needs something clean and simple, Square Appointments is probably already on your radar, and for good reason. It's free for individual users. That alone makes it worth mentioning in this conversation. Because here's the thing with Booker, it starts at $139 a month, and for a lot of independent operators, that's hard to justify. You don't need an enterprise platform when you're managing your own books. So Square solves that really cleanly. You run everything from the app, so you're not constantly jumping between an app and a web platform to complete basic tasks, which is one of the core frustrations with Booker. The interface is minimal and easy to learn. There is a Gantt-style calendar view that Booker actually doesn't offer. And you've got appointment booking, automated reminders, payment processing, and even a basic website builder if you need one. For teams, pricing starts at $45 a month and up. At that level, you may outgrow it fairly quickly, because the automations are basic. You've got calendar widgets and email reminders. There's no sophisticated marketing, no real client data management. It's a tool for managing time, not really for growing a business. But not every salon owner needs to grow right now. If you're early in your career, you're working solo, and you just want something dead simple that costs nothing, Square Appointments is a good answer here. All in all, Square is going to be best for solo stylists who want free or near free booking with minimal setup and no extra features getting in the way. Next is Lightspeed, which is going to be best for retail-heavy salons and spas. And that makes it a little bit different from the others that we're focusing on today because it's not necessarily salon-first software. It's more like retail-first software that also handles appointments. Here's the scenario where Lightspeed can make a lot of sense. You've got a salon or spa, but you're also selling product up front. Shampoos, styling tools, skincare, aftercare, whatever it may be. You get inventory management, product sales processing, AI benchmarking for retail performance, and the booking and calendar functions to manage the service side. It's available in over 100 countries, so if you're operating internationally, that is worth noting. The biggest limitation here is that Lightspeed's core DNA is retail, not service. The calendar and scheduling are functional, but they don't have the polish or depth of tools built specifically for salons. Automations are focused on the inventory and product side, so don't expect robust rebooking reminders or client retention campaigns here. That means if your main frustration with Booker is the lacking retail support and you're genuinely moving a lot of product volume alongside your services, Lightspeed can be a smart move. If you're service-focused with only occasional retail, it's probably not the right fit. Next up is Zenoti, which is going to be best for enterprise and international operations. And I want to be upfront about something right away. Zenoti and Booker actually share a very similar aesthetic. It's got an older corporate interface feel, multi-window layouts, and a lot of information density on screen all at once. So if you're coming from Booker hoping for a different visual experience or a different UI, Zenoti is not really going to give you that. But Booker does fall short in places where Zenoti really shines. For example, Booker has limited report generation, clunky customer data management, and just generally missing features that large operations really rely on. Zenoti delivers on all of that. You get AI phone capabilities, comprehensive data and report generation, customer management at scale, bookings, memberships, gift cards, smart marketing, and inventory management. It operates in 50-plus countries, which makes it one of the only options on this list for truly international, multi-location businesses. But the price here does reflect the scope. You're going to be looking at around $420 a month on average. And the learning curve is real, which is why Zenoti offers dedicated training resources. Said another way, you're likely not going to set this platform up and hand it off to a new front desk employee and then expect them to know it inside and out on day one. But if you're running multiple locations, you need serious reporting, or you're a med spa operating internationally that needs more capability than Booker can give you, Zenoti is essentially the more powerful, better supported version of what Booker is trying to be. Next up is Mango Mint, which is typically going to be best for hybrid teams and chair rental salons. Mango Mint is a modern platform that covers point of sale, booking, payroll, automations, reports, and marketing. So it hits a lot of the same categories as Booker, but I feel it does it considerably better. The web interface is cleaner and more intuitive than Booker's. It's bright, it uses color well, and the day-to-day experience of navigating the platform is a significant upgrade. What makes Mango Mint particularly strong for hybrid setups is payment routing, which is critical when you have stylists who are doing chair rental versus stylists on commission, because those dollars need to flow to many different places. That is built in. You also get intelligent waitlists that automatically fill cancellations and open time slots, a customer check-in feature with a front-facing display option, and client data that is very accessible at checkout. Drawbacks to be aware of here are that Mango Mint is a US and Canada only platform, and pricing can climb quickly depending on what you need. For a solo stylist or a very small team, that's likely more here than you actually need. But for a salon running 10 or more providers with a mix of employment types, the payment routing and scheduling automation alone can make it really worth it. The last thing I want to say, though, is some users have said that the interface, while good, is not quite as intuitive as some of the other top-tier tools. So I would say it's worth doing a free trial here to see how your team takes to it. And lastly, we have arrived at Boulevard, which is going to be the best all-in-one platform for client experience-focused salons. This is probably the platform I have spent the most time with, so I'm going to tell you exactly what I like about it and exactly when it might not be the best fit. So let's start with what it solves really well from the Booker perspective. For me, my biggest Booker complaint is the web platform. It is clunky, it is dated, and all of the important stuff runs through it. You have to use it. Boulevard is the opposite in my experience. It's one of the more intuitive interfaces I've worked with. For most salons, the interface here is clean enough that teams are able to navigate it effectively within a few days to a few weeks of making the switch. Feature-wise here, you're going to get booking, point of sale, inventory, email and text marketing, and client management all in one place. What stands out in particular for me is the client management. Anytime you see a client's name anywhere in the system, on the calendar, at checkout, in a report, it's a clickable link that will pull up their entire profile. Appointment history, service preferences, accommodations, membership, stylist notes. Your whole team can easily access this context without hunting for it. The marketing is also truly simple to operate, which I enjoy. You can set up automated campaigns for birthdays, last-minute openings, rebooking reminders. You set it and it just runs when it's supposed to. That's a really big departure from Booker's marketing, which requires quite a bit of manual effort. As far as drawbacks here, Boulevard right now is US only. It starts at $176 a month for Essentials, up to $410 a month for the Prestige tier, so it is premium pricing. For a solo stylist or a very small team, it may be more platform than you need right now. But if you're running a growing multi-provider salon and you want the client experience and internal experience to be excellent for everyone involved, this is where I would land. All in all, Boulevard is going to be best for growing or established multi-provider salons that want a true all-in-one platform with great UI, deep client management tools, and built-in automation. So let's summarize all of this into a simple decision framework. If you're a solo stylist on a tight budget, I recommend you look at Square. If you have heavy retail sales alongside your services, you might want to learn more about Lightspeed. If you're already an enterprise or international operation, Zenoti will likely serve you well. If you're a hybrid team of booth renters and independent contractors with some commission stylists, Mango Mint has some functionality that you will really appreciate. And if you're a growing multi-provider salon that wants a platform that is entirely engineered around the client experience, you're going to want to look into Boulevard. All of that said, the most common mistake that I see salon owners make when they're choosing a software platform is thinking only about the price. Because when you think about price alone, you're very likely to outgrow that platform within 6, 9, or 12 months. So think about where your business is going, not just where it is today. That one question can tell you so much more about your software needs than any side-by-side feature comparison ever could. And if you've made the switch away from Booker and found something that works well for you, please let us know what you're using in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.